Many scientists believe that we live in a stress culture. We work longer, live harder, and lead increasingly stressful lives. But what is stress, and what does it do to us? Over the last decade, there has been a revolution in research whereby scientists are recognizing the interaction between the body and the mind, and the link between stress and illness in human beings. What goes on in our minds produces huge physiological changes in our bodies.
Our physiological stress response is absolutely adapted to protect us from danger. It's adapted from Tom's ancestors when they needed to escape from animals, such as that lion. And we call it the fight or the flight response. It's the response the body needs to protect itself from danger or to fight its way out of a particular problem.
So what have Tom's ancestors conditioned his body to do when he sees a lion? Through the eyes, an area of the brain called the cortex recognizes the lion. The message is sent through to the amygdala, which identifies the lion as a threat. The amygdala then activates the hypothalamus in the base of the brain.
The hypothalamus is the critical part of the brain which then organizes the response to the stress. It sends messages right down through the spinal cord, which then get to the middle of the adrenal gland, the adrenal medulla, and it releases a hormone called adrenaline. And adrenaline is a very important hormone in the stress response. It increases the amount of sugar in the blood, it increases the heart rate, and really increases the amount of energy available to your muscles. But the hypothalamus also sends other messages to the pituitary gland, and from the pituitary, further messages go to the adrenal cortex, the outside of the adrenal gland, and this makes cortisol. And cortisol is the other key hormone which acts to put up your blood pressure and keep up your blood sugar, and again is a very important protective hormone in a stress situation.
The fight-or-flight response may be an appropriate response to ancestral threats, but it's not always appropriate in our modern lives. Tom's wife in New York is worrying about when he'll be home.
Yes?
I thought you'd be up by now.
What's the time?
It's 2 o'clock here.
Happy anniversary.
Look, Kelly won't sleep.
She all right?
Well, you could see for yourself if you were here.
Leanne?
Tom, I'm just having a really hard time. It's just so difficult for me to be taking care of this child all by myself. It is so hard.
If she's worried about her, take her to the doctor. I'll be home late.